Green, Kentucky.
He's down.
Weather observation 2146 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 0.9 Celsius. Dew point -06 Celsius. Altimeter 3053. Bowling Green, Warren County Regional Airport, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Automated weather observation 2146 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 0.9 Celsius. Dew point -06 Celsius.
So when the winds are calm.
Hey, we got a car up here for you. Now, if you just want to come up here under the canopy,
We'll
take care of it up here. Then
use that.
Okay, all right. Sounds good. I'll be up the canopy.
Is he landing or? He's taxied in, so we'll go ahead and just go over there to the run-up.
Thanks for the weather, by the way.
And we did that just for you.
Okay. You must have missed last trip.
Talked to a friend of mine Wednesday night that runs pipeline patrol at a Bowling Green. His leg to come home.
Charlie's crossing runway 1230, midfield on Alpha.
Texas all the way back to Bowling Green. Oh, nothing to do but fly home. That was his deadhead leg. Because he used to have a run. He would go from Memphis down to like New Orleans. And then he would go New Orleans, he would veer over a little bit more to the west and come another line up, I don't know, maybe into Texas is what he was doing, and then stop and then come back. There you go. Cessna 210. The older model. Oh yeah, nice way to travel. Go fast? Yeah. Comfortable, big, roomy.
We're 2,800 feet right now.
Had a guy come down once and we did some IFR together. He had that Aspen Avionics, which takes the middle two out, puts a GPS unit in it. Sweet setup. Now while we're running, I'm gonna lean it a little bit. Alright, so on your GPS, hit the enter 4 times. Comes out of this Bowling Green. Now just hit direct, and then enter. There you go. And that's showing what? It's navigating to Bowling Green. It shows you the heading to Bowling Green. These two match right now because you're not moved from where you press the button. So it's telling you this. The heading to the middle of Bowling Green is 060 degrees, but as we fly around, this will change because the heading to Bowling Green changes relative to where you're at. This one is desired track, and that means I hit the button, that's what it's measuring. The M that's flashing, 060. It's just like, hey, if you didn't notice before, here's your heading. I call it a lawyer screen. The lawyer's probably like, oh yeah, you need to isolate that one and make sure that they looked at it. It's not like your GPS in your car. No. A lot calmer than last week. Just a little bit. Yeah, I was telling somebody, I was like, you know, I really like the way when the northeast of the United States gets bad weather, it's national news. Yep. Oh no, rain and snow, oh, airport delays, oh, it's like, we're like, hey, get off Thanksgiving. Yeah. It started in Texas, we barely heard about it. It's in the northeast and it's on every newscast. Yeah. Telling me about I-90. I'm not going to Albany, New York. What do I care? The airport's quiet with those. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's at the mall, apparently. While we'll find out. We'll get airborne. We'll see. Cars everywhere. Yeah.
Bowling Green traffic, 806 Hotel Alpha. Taking off runway 3, touch go Bowling Green.
Oh, I forgot to look. Somebody's clear fuel sump was back there in the run-up the other day. Or not the run-up, but on the taxiway, I mean. Wow, it's so much color. Goodness gracious. This is the weather it likes. Yeah. 50, 60 degrees, the air is cool, the engine's making great power. Yeah, the air density is a little bit thicker where you got lift going on with the wings. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And we're not fully loaded either. It's like the difference you'll notice, wait till I get out. You're not carrying me around. It's just that much better because it's that much lighter.
Yeah. 29er Papa taxiing from Kauai for departure runway 3, Bowling Green.
Good.
When do you know when to lean the mixture off?
When we get into the downwind, I'll show you. When you're in the pattern, you really don't have to. You'll see me in the summer pull it back about that far, back to about my first knuckle. That's just kind of a rule of thumb on this airplane. But what you want to do is when you get up to cruise altitude, is pull it back till it starts to run a little rough, and then go back in on it. This guy will show you when it peaks on temperature and you go back in on it. But with a simple engine set up like this, or a 150, pull it back, let it run rough, shove it back in a little bit, you're ready to go. Oh boy, we can fly into the sun today, do we?
Kind of hazy a little bit.
Yep. Something's going on at Beach Bend. There's a bunch of cars on the drag strip.
Satellite traffic, jet plane 902 at X-ray. We have 3 skydivers away, 3 skydivers away over there.
Oklahoma.
Springfield traffic, Cherokee 890, crossing runway 22 Springfield.
Bowling Green traffic, 806 Hotel Alpha, left downwind runway 3, touching go Bowling Green.
Springfield traffic, Cherokee 890, downwind runway 22 Springfield.
Springfield, Illinois?
Springfield, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Like the lights are on at the football stadium.
Yeah. Black Friday shopping for you?
Online.
My mom does the same thing.
That's right. Sitting in my chair.
Oh. My mom loves shopping online.
There was a line of people at 3:30 yesterday in front of Toys R Us.
Don't get me started.
And I wasn't about to go into a store.
Last year I went with my brother and his girlfriend.
I'm trying to think if my wife went last year or the year before. She took the kids and they were talking about it. You all go without me.
Get back and have a cup of coffee.
Man, look at the cars on Campbell Lane. All the parking lots are full over there.
That's insane.
Lights in front of Dix.
Skyline 29 Papa departing runway 3 to the west.
The lights in front of Dix were just flashing yellow and red. Ah, great. And that was my shortcut. Oh no.
Springfield traffic, Cherokee 890, turning base, runway 22, full stop, Springfield.
Bowling Green traffic, 6 Hotel Alpha, turning left base, runway 3, touch go Bowling Green.
Springfield traffic, Cherokee 890, turning final, runway 22, full stop, Springfield.
Bowling Green traffic, 3 Whiskey Fox crossing over.
Come on, Doug. What's the rest of your message?
Bowling Green traffic, 3 Whiskey Fox approaching from the east at 2,000 feet. We're 3 miles out. Gonna cross midfield and go over the city.
Alright. 3 Whiskey Fox is that little white diamond star that was taxiing out before us.
And Bowling Green traffic, Skyline 29 Papa, left crosswind, departing the pattern to the west. Bowling Green currently 1,500 feet climbing.
You're getting it close. Now I'll pull a little bit. There you go. Bowling Green traffic, 6 Hotel Alpha's on the go, runway 3. Touch and go, Bowling Green. Pull it too quick? It's a little close. Okay. If there was any wind blowing, we wouldn't have made it. Yeah. Time do you know when exactly to pull it?
Look up 325, we're approaching a boggy. GPS runway 24. Helipad.
And what judgment do you know? It varies based on the conditions. Right there, I mean, you made it. It was just, cutting it really close. And runway 3 will get you because it rises up.
333 Whiskey Fox is crossing midfield at 2,200 feet, heading over toward the city.
Traffic 806 Hotel Alpha, that's left down runway 3, touch go Bowling Green.
Doug does. Yep. Pretty nice airplane. Had a couple of Garmin's on it. 180 horsepower, a little bit faster than this. Yep. Just really uncomfortable seats. make up his mind if he's going to do his IFR training with me or not.
Bowling Green traffic, 6 Hotel Alpha is left base runway 3, touching on Bowling Green.
Gilbert County traffic, experimental 547 Tango Victor will be crossing midfield for a left downwind for 6 Middleburg.
Experimental. He got a Kit Fox, which is a home-built airplane, so he's in the experimental category. No, thank you.
An experimental aircraft calling over from Muhlenberg, CHI-6, aircraft 32 Papa Hotel. We're on GPS runway 24 straight in. We'll break it, slide to the right on taxiway and go into the helipad.
So as you're coming down final, airspeed and final, you know. Watch your runway, watch your airspeed.
We're on a GPS runway 24 approach. And once we get close to the runway, we'll break off, slide to the right to the taxiway. Let you guys in on 6.
Because what gets people in trouble is they just watch the runway, they don't watch the airspeed. They keep pulling up, and they're just concentrating on one instrument. Here, we're good, right? Oh, you're good here. Right. Pull it all the way back. I'm not so much worried about you hitting it on the stripes, you know, just we've kind of got that 500-foot spot between stripes. Yeah. Putting it in there, we'll whittle it down later for a check ride. There you go. That's right in the spot you need to be. Just like that. Ah, that front end. The dreaded front end. But that was what you wanted to see on the... Yeah, that's what you want.
Gilbert County traffic, 547 Tango Victor will be turning left downwind for 6 Gilbert. Gilbert County traffic, 547 Tango Victor turning left base 6 Middleburg.
Tango 6, it's helicopter 382 Papa Hotel. We're going straight in 24 taxiway, so it should not be an issue. You have the access.
All roger, Papa Hotel.
Springfield traffic, Cherokee 9870, Whiskey on the downwind for runway 22, Springfield.
547 Tango Victor will be doing touch and go.
Bowling Green traffic, 6 Hotel Alpha is left downwind runway 3, touching on Bowling Green.
It's pretty this time of time. Oh yeah. Magic. Florida. Over the beach.
Traffic 323 Whiskey Fox at 2,000 feet over the city. Going to enter a downwind at a 45 for runway 3.
Like some of those guys, their view of the beach, flying a little airplane, throwing a banner, doing slow flight, hour after hour. It's another job I need to do just so I can say I've done it. Your wife would like it, go to the beach? Oh yeah, take her a vacation, take her to the beach for 2 weeks. And, she gets to see me every night when I get done flying.
Field traffic, Cherokee 9 ring 70 Whiskey on extended base flag for runway 22, Springfield.
Morgan traffic, Whiskey Fox downwind for runway 3.
Bowling Green traffic, 60211, left base runway 3, touching on Bowling Green.
Traffic 333 Whiskey Fox is following traffic. Could extend the downwind.
There was a company down in Springfield years ago that used to do banner towing. I guess they'd fly around Nashville, football games and such. Yeah. One guy that used to come up here came in from Knoxville.
Traffic. 3 Whiskey Fox turning base leg. Bowling Green.
Doug's talking fast like there's a lot of traffic today. Oh, you got it from here. Turn the lights back down low. Save the city some money.
And Bowling Green traffic 333 Whiskey Fox turning final for runway 3.
Another maintenance job. Yeah, it's on the squawk list. Always something. And Morgan traffic through Whiskey Fox has cleared the active back taxiing runway 30 to the east side.
Whiskey Fox, Unicom.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Doug, you need fuel?
No, I'm good, man. Thanks.
You know, I was going to say, if you wanted to, I think you've got about $28 left on your prepay thing. I could come over and approximate what the gallons was and clear that out to 0 if you want to and be done with that. That's just one less thing later on you got to mess with. That, if you want to, that's totally up to you.
Yeah, come on, that's fine.
Let me figure out what that gallon would be, and we'll just do that, and that way we can just clear you and have you at a 0 balance, negative, and you're just done with that completely.
Cool, man, thanks. I'll be over here.
Roger that.
Bowling Green traffic, 6 Hotel Alpha is left downwind runway 3, touch go Bowling Green.
Unfortunately, that's like 4.5 gallons of gas. Because they're over $6 a gallon still.
7 degrees. Bowling Green traffic, 6 Hotel Alpha is left base runway 3, touch go Bowling Green.
Feel the extra drag there. Alright, so we got the height. You can go ahead and pull it. It's just one of those things. In conditions, you got it. You're a little bit early on the flaps compared to what we would have with, say, 5 or 10 knots of headwind. We wouldn't even put full flaps in until we were further on down final. We'd be pulling power later. It's just so much resistance against us in our forward motion.
You can feel it when it's pulsing.
Yeah.
That's when I tell you.
But you know, you got those full flaps in there and it's making some lift. It's making those wings bounce. So really, that's what you're shooting for as far as your touchdown goes right now. Yeah. Just a good smooth touchdown. Because you're not way down the runway. We'll whittle it off for your check ride where you're hitting the numbers every time and getting that kind of touchdown. Right now, you're just practicing that kind of touchdown, just holding it off, getting it nice and smooth. Right. And it all starts coming together. This next one, let's do a power off. So we'll get a beam the numbers, bring the power all the way back. We'll glide some in.
Bowling Green traffic, field truck crossing 321 back taxi 30.
Bowling Green traffic, 6 Hotel Alpha is left downwind runway 3, touching go Bowling Green.
After your engine quit right now, where could you go?
2-1.
Yep. As long as you're in the pattern, you got it made. You could turn right now and do a right base to final and still have plenty of room to land on runway 21. You could come in and slip, and get down to 12. You've got room. You can S-turn, but what you don't want to ever do is do a big 360. You turn your back to it, you're committed. You know, you can S-turn and slip and S-turn and slip and get down. And right now, you could go and just fly a pattern and land runway 3. That's the good thing about Bowling Green, as big as it is. Okay, we get here and... Oh no, we forgot to get gas. So your best glide is 65. Go ahead and hold it. Roll your trim wheel all the way down. That's going to put you right about 65 knots. Okay. It slows you up. There you are. But look at that. For that little brief instant, you're holding, and now you've got a minimum descent. Oops, I'm sorry, I didn't have power all the way back. All right, that's why we're a little farther. Let's go ahead and turn. And what it's doing is it's keeping you higher longer. Yeah, just start rolling on in. This is where it'll start catching up with us. And you'll start seeing the sink, but we're not using flaps. Bowling Green traffic, 6 Hotel Alpha, base to final 3, touch and go Bowling Green. There you go. Now just leave it here on this heading. Intercepting coming into the runway. Lord, are there police cars everywhere? There was one in front of Walmart. There's 3 in front of Best Buy. Now just hold full flaps in. Gets slower and steeper on the descent, but hey, if you've got to do an emergency landing, you got to come in over the trees. Yeah, you're going to have to kind of drop and come down. And this last part's like every other landing you've done. You've had power reduced, flaps back. There you go. Now, you've got all that trim in there, so watch out when you do a go-around. Can you see that? There you go. It's better than what it was, that's for sure. You wouldn't like it with full power and full back trim. It's worse in high-performance aircraft. This thing is not quite so high performance where you can't just stiff arm it and hold it forward while you change the trim on it. And what you watch out for in higher performance, anything, jets and all that, trim runaway. It freezes and keeps rolling and rolling. I was reading about a guy and his son in a citation one time, and they kept trimming and trimming nose up. Gotta learn where the circuit breaker for that is real quick. Yeah. Pull it. Make it stop, revert, go back to manual trim, if it even has it. And try and get it to come back where it'll nose down, because otherwise it'll stand up till it stalls. That's not good. And you can get some things like 182s, 206s, 210s, and all that. A lot of horsepower, and it's all that air blowing over that tail, and you've got to just stiff arm it. Yeah. Try and get it to stay.
You have automatic trim on the...
A lot of them do. Yep. As you start moving up, you get the electric trim that's right up here, and it's really nice. And then the good thing is, with those heavier airplanes, where you're constantly retrimming as you're coming down, you don't even take your hand off the yoke, you just reach up with your thumb and A little bit more back trim, and that helps you with the landing. You'll hear about the 182 being hard to land because it's nose heavy. Especially you put two people up front. The center of gravity's forward on it. It wants to land flat or it wants to land on the nose wheel. So you really help your technique when you're landing by putting full back trim in. And if it's got electric trim, there you go. All you're doing is just pulling your thumb back on that little switch every now and then. Yep. That airplane will have rudder trim in it as well. Comes in real handy if you're flying skydivers. And all you do is climb to 11,000 feet. Yep. Roll that wheel. It was 2 turns to the right for takeoff. And then once I got airborne, I rolled it all the way in for all the right trim I could get. And it was kind of like being in the 172. I could just put my foot on it a little bit. Yeah. Otherwise, you're having to hold it. That would be no fun.
Bowling Green traffic, 0 to Alpha is left downwind runway 3, touch go Bowling Green.
Here we go. That again. I have to put that on the squawk list. All the way, right? Yep.
Green traffic. Field traffic back taxi 12 cross 0321. Field track clear, all runway is Bowling Green.
So your pattern's a little wider this time. Look how low and long it's putting you out here. Yeah. You gotta cut down the size of your pattern. Want to turn in or? Oh yeah! It's gonna be an interesting approach. Wait and see. Uh-oh. Yeah, go ahead and give it some power. Bump it back up to 1600.
The pattern was too wide, you know.
Yeah, you went too far out before you turned base leg. Now lower that nose a little bit. Watch that airspeed. You're good. And now we get a no-flap landing. Keep holding it off till it stalls. Because it'll want to touch down faster with no flaps. Yeah. Higher stall speed versus full flaps. You got all that trim in there. See what I'm talking about? Oh, like, hey! Yeah. We're going back up the air real quick. So, that's all that full back trim in there. Yeah. That airplane wants to do 65 and it's just rise on up. Good mess.
That was quick. Bowling Green Chevette, stick to Hotel Alpha, it's left downwind, runway 3, touch go Bowling Green. Whenever your engine quits on base, you want to make a tighter, quicker turns.
Yeah, get it to the runway.
Okay.
Middleburg County traffic 547 Tango Victor, big crossing midfield for left downwind 6 Middleburg.
Now I'm bringing it all the way back.
Do it again?
So you want to go ahead with the carb heat? And just start easing into your base leg.
Bowling Green Chevette, stick to Hotel Alpha, is left base, runway 3, touch go Bowling Green.
Bring it around so it's square with the runway there. Angle down a little bit.
Alright, turn in.
Yep, so just hold in full flaps right now.
You ever had a situation like this before?
Why, yeah.
Yeah, I figured you would have.
Oh, yeah.
What was the situation?
Well, I had one engine try and eat itself, and then you can slip as well. I had another one that was my fault. So you can feel it kind of bounce. That's the airflow changing up over the tail. So there you are. And you slip it and bring it back down into your touchdown zone. So that helps you get down a little quicker. As well, lets you get closer and drop in. So if you have to clear an item and get down into a short strip, there you go. Don't forget your flaps. Trim. Flaps. There we go.
So many things to remember. Engine quits.
Land the airplane.
That's
Safely.
nearby something whenever your engine quits?
The one, when the engine started going to bits and pieces, we just made it back to the airport. Got lucky, I was doing ground reference maneuvers and had just climbed up to do some stalls. I kid you not, as soon as we leveled out, we got to altitude, it just, everything was shaking. I had a valve broke, turned the head sideways, and the piston, every time the piston came up, it was hitting the valve, so by the time we landed, there was a hole in the piston.
Did you just kill the engine?
No, we had a little bit of power. We were running on 3 cylinders, so we made it back to the airport.
Gotcha.
But it was just beating itself to death, and I had a complete failure one time. And that was just biggest, widest open field I could find. Put it down on the farmland.
Yeah. You want to try everything you can to get started back up and whatnot.
Well, what experience teaches you is know your emergency stuff.
Yeah.
And go back and refer to the checklist. But off the top of your head, you ought to know what you should do as soon as an engine quits. The first 2 things are find it where you're going to land and find your airspeed. Get on it. And then head immediately for that spot and then just circle down to it. Now stay over your landing spot. And then you can go to the checklist and try all that stuff. Checking the fuel, mixture, carb heat, back over here to the primer and the keys, all that good stuff. And like they say, guys that fly these low-wing planes, switching tanks back and forth, somebody forgot to switch a tank, run out of gas. Yep. What was that? I read one recently where some guy did that. It was on YouTube or something. They were like, oh yeah, the guy got on the ground and forgot to change tanks, and he switched to the other tank, took off and left out of there. Yep. It still happens to this day.
Bowling Green Chevette, 6 Hotel Alpha, is left down 113, catching up Bowling Green.
But you don't have that problem in a Cessna. No.
Like the experience.
We've only got a couple more left in us, so it'll be an hour. Nice and smooth today.
Much so. Bowling Green Chevette, 6 Hotel Alpha, left base 113, taking to Bowling Green. Lights in front of you telling you what?
All the lights?
Yeah.
White over white, you're high. Red over white, you're in the middle. Red over red, you're too low. So just remember, red over red, you're dead. Red over white's all right. White over white, you're out of sight. So we're above the glide slope, but we're not coming in on the 3-degree glide slope. That is for the instrument stuff. And then you see the 2 solid white blocks.
Yeah.
right next to them. Those are going to be on any runway with an instrument approach. And those lights will be next to them. Now as you got low, you saw them all go red because we're coming down short of the 1,000-foot mark. But that's just an aiming point. Lets IFR guys know, okay, there's 1,000 feet. There's the lights. It gives them two things to aim for visually. We've got all the stripes because it marks 500 feet, 500 feet, 500 feet. Because we have a precision runway. We have ILS. If it was non-precision, it would be the threshold stripes and the 1,000-foot markers, and that's it. Glasgow's marked that way.
Green traffic, 6 Hotel Alpha, left down runway 3, temperature up Bowling Green. The grand old city of Bowling Green.
Yep.
You hate it, but you love it.
It's alright. Got its positives and its negatives. Every town does.
Very true.
Got out of Louisville because I was tired of spending all my free time in traffic. We just need to get you a helicopter. You can just jump over from the airport to your house. Yeah. Bypass Scottsville Road completely. Let's make this one a full stop. That'll be 1 hour. That works.
Bowling Green traffic, 6 Hotel Alpha is left base, runway 3, 4 stop Bowling Green.
box sitting down there. It should be lit up.
Yeah.
So as you go down, you'll go beyond the box and stay on the center line, and you'll see the yellow stripe that makes the turnoff as well. But like that, whenever there's lit up, this one's not.
Yeah.
So any airport you go to, you go beyond the lit box and turn past it. Alright, well, how do you feel about soloing?
Oh, I mean, today was a lot better.
Okay.
As getting my landings down, I've had some decent landings on smooth ones, better than last week.
Right.
Hours to do it, I could do it.
Do you want to do it? Are you ready to do it? Because I don't want to force you into it. That's not the question. The question is, how do you feel about doing it? Because what I'm looking at is, we'll practice again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then Sunday we'll practice, and Sunday's kind of a thing like today.
Yeah.
I sit back, I don't do anything. We're going to ride for about a half an hour, and if you tell me you're ready, I get out, okay? And you can go solo. Alright? Because you got your medical, you got your logbook, all I got to do is sign both of those.
Yeah. I mean, today, if you would have got out, I could have done it these.
No, it's not an issue of I want you to do it. It's an issue of you're ready to do it. Because it's two things. It's mental and it's physical.
Yeah.
Yeah, the physical aspect, you're flying it. But the mental aspect, if you're not ready to go alone, I'm not going to force you into it. It's nothing like that. I don't push you out of the nest. Not one of those deals.
I did think I went to.
Okay. Just let me know. We'll practice tomorrow.
Alrighty.
We'll do more of this.
Well, I won't tell Mom.
That's really cool. The contrails are all turning pink.
Yeah, today I do feel like I was ready to just go. Same spot?
Yeah. Pretty much. That 210 looks like it kind of is in our spot. Go up and around and come back. Yeah, go up the front and go all the way around and we'll swing back. That way we've only got one airplane to go around. I really don't like taxiing through there. Makes me nervous. Chewing on my fingernails. Yeah, we'll go around Whiskey Charlie and come back into this spot. I was hoping he wouldn't park in the last spot, but oh well, he did. Yeah, now just swing on him. All we got to do is squeeze between him and that 172.
Ooh, I don't like this.
Yeah, it's narrow. So what you do is kind of watch where the cuts are, and that tells you where you're going straight. So watch your wingtip as you go by the brown one. Alright, take it slow, just ease on in. We're good on the right.
Unicom, Lear 645 Hotel Alpha. Anybody home?
Going next to the low winger.
Yeah, we're going to go into that spot. So we're clear of the 210. Did you hear that on the radio? What do you think? A Learjet that was a Hotel Alpha. Now, just give it some power. Little right brake. And then on up in here. And then what you want to be.
Negative, calling Quincy Unicom for Lear 645 Hotel Alpha.
Right in there. Oh, you're there. Radio mixture ignition master.